can sit at the back and sit. Facing eyes closed. We start to practice and everything we do in our life from the supposition that we will do it from bottom of our heart in such a every particle in our body is being raised and energized. To make the supposition body-mind connection, we bring the right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly. Inhale, left hand goes up. Exhale, squeeze the left hand inside the belly. Inhale whatever you need from the cosmos, from our belly. And exhale whatever is not working out to the body back to the cosmos. Inhale. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, bring the hands back to the chin mudra and feel the change when we shift to abdominal breathing. We can shift to abdominal breathing anytime we become aware during the day to center ourselves. Continue abdominal breathing during the day and during this session. Open our eyes and bring the palms facing away from us. Relate that with our breathing. Inhale, close the finger. Exhale, make the fist with the thumb inside and squeeze it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, clench the fingers. Exhale, make the fist with the thumb inside. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Rotate the wrist upward. Inhale and downward exhale. Slow motion, Shivanji. Inhale, exhale. Slower than that. Inhale, exhale downward. Reverse the motion. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Both the hands joined together. Inhale, hand going above the head, hand closer to the ear. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, relax the hands to the shoulder. Inhale, hands above the head, hand closer to the ear. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, relax the hands to the shoulder. Inhale, hands above the head. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, relax the hands from the shoulder. Inhale, bring the elbows touching together, hands going up. Exhale, make the biggest circle using the scapular muscles. Inhale, hands touching together, going up. Exhale, make the biggest circle using the scapular muscle. Inhale, exhale. Reverse the motion of the hands. Inhale, make the outward biggest circle using the scapular muscle. And exhale, touch the elbow. Relate that to the breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hands coming down to the chin mudras. Rotate the shoulder backward and forward. It just lubricated the top joint. Jasji and Shananji, we cannot see you. Your videos are off. It will be nice if you can switch on your videos. So then we can put our hands on the chin mudras. Focus is on the neck muscles. Inhale, backward bend of the neck muscle. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, chin to the collarbone. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, backward bend of the neck muscle. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, chin to the collarbone. Forward bend of the neck muscle. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Thank you. Inhale, backward bend of the neck muscle. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, forward bend, chin to the collarbone. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. On exhale, we twist the neck to the right, looking over our right shoulder. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Exhale, neck to the left, looking over our left shoulder. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Exhale, twist the neck to the right, looking over right shoulder. Stretch, stretch. Inhale, bring the neck in the center. Exhale, twist the neck to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Exhale, twist the neck to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Exhale, twist the neck to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Neck in the center. On an exhale, bend the neck to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Everything is in the slow motion. Exhale, bend the neck to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, bring the neck in the center. Exhale, bend the neck to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. Exhale, bend neck to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, neck in the center. On exhale, we'll bend the neck to the right. Normal breathing. Bring the left hand to the neck and massage any sore spot we have in our neck muscles, keeping our head high during the day. Hands down. Next, inhale, bring the neck in the center. On exhale, bend the neck to the left. Normal breathing. Bring the right hand, massaging neck muscle in gratitude for keeping our head high during the day. Right hand down, neck muscle, next inhale in the center. Normal breathing, and this time we can rotate our head clockwise or anti-clockwise or both ways to make sure every neck muscle is engaged and energized. Very important. Neck muscles are very important for multiple reasons. Bring the neck and head in the straight line. We will shift our attention from neck muscles to the spine muscle. We'll do 4 exercises for spine muscle. Both the hands on the side. Looking at the right palm, we inhale. On an exhale, we'll bend to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, bring the right hand up. Exhale, hands down. Look at the left palm. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Right hand palms up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Left hand palms up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Right hand palms up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Left hand palms up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Now we will shift to the back, both the hands on the back side. And if you're sitting on the chair, we can come to the edge of the chair on this. Inhale, open our chest, backward bend of the spine curve. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, forward bend of the spine curve. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, open our chest and backward bend of the spine curve. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, forward bend of the spine curve. Feel the pressure in the middle part of the spine. Stretch, stretch. Inhale, open our chest and backward bend of the spine curve. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, forward bend of the spine curve. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, bring the hands to the legs. We will shift the twist of the spine. Right hand on the left leg, left hand behind, looking forward. We inhale. On exhale, we turn looking over our left shoulder. Stay there. Second inhale. On exhale, we use the right hand and neck, looking over our left shoulder. Feel the twist in the lower back of the spine. Stay there. Third inhale. Exhale, we use the right hand and neck. Feel the twist in the lower back of the spine. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Next inhale, very slowly and gently come forward. Remember, we just twisted our spine. So be very gentle to the spine. Now left hand to the right leg, right hand behind, looking forward. Inhale. On exhale, look over our right shoulder. Stay there. Second inhale. Use our left hand and neck, looking over our right shoulder. Feel the stretch in the lower back of the spine. Stretch, stretch. Stay there. Third inhale. On exhale, use the left hand and neck. Feel the twist in the lower back of the spine. Stretch, stretch. Next inhale, very slowly and gently come forward. Remember, we just twisted our spine. Be very gentle to the spine. The next one will shift our attention to the lower back of the spine, both the hands joined together. Inhale. On exhale, use the lower back to bend forward. Tuck our stomach if needed. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, use the lower back to come up. On exhale, use the lower back, bend forward, tuck our stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, use the lower back to come up. On exhale, forward bend using the lower back of the spine, tuck our stomach, stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, using the lower back. On exhale, hands to the chin mudras. We'll start our breathing exercise. We'll start with Bhasrikas, bellows breath. Hand going up is inhale, hand coming down is exhale. Hands are not in the front, hands are as much possible on the side. Let's start. Inhale, Exhale. This helps us to eliminate all the stale air from our lungs. Now the main pranayama, Kapalbhati, make the fist with the thumb inside, open the chest, focuses on exhale. Inhale will happen automatically. We exhale using the diaphragm muscle as if we are making the cough sound. Let's start with a smile on our face. Bend forward and exhale. Exhale. Use the hands to come up and inhale deep into the belly. Exhale. The second round. Thumbs, fist inside. Make the coughing sound using the diaphragm muscle. Let's start with a smile on our face. Bend forward and exhale. Come up, inhale using the hands. Keep the belly relaxed. So we just did 2 rounds of 250, which is equivalent to 1.5 miles of jogging without destroying our knees. Congratulate yourself. Let's start. The next one is Anulom Vilom, alternative nostril breathing. We'll make a Nasika Mudra where we bend our index and middle finger and we close our right nostril and exhale, exhale, exhale completely. Close our eyes, inhale left count of 4, fill up our belly. Close both the nostrils, hold breath count of 16. Exhale right count of 8. Inhale right count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale left count of 8. This is one. We will do 3 more. Inhale left count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale right count of 8. Inhale right count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale left count of 8. Inhale left count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale right count of 8. Inhale right count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale left count of 8. Inhale left count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale right count of 8. Inhale right count of 4, fill up our belly. Hold 16. Exhale left count of 8. Keeping eyes closed, bring the right hand to the chin mudra and feel the centering and grounding effect Anulom Vilom has in our whole body mind practice. We can do that anytime we feel uncentered, ungrounded, fear, anxiety, and it has no contraindication. Hmm. Gently open our eyes. We'll do the second diaphragm pranayama. Make the fist with the thumb inside. Open our chest. But this one has no breath involved. We bend forward. We exhale completely, exhale more. We hold our breath and then we'll come up and squeeze the diaphragm 8 to 10 times. And then we breathe in when we can't hold it. Inhale. Let's get ready for the second round. Bend forward, exhale completely. Hold your breath and come up and squeeze the diaphragm. Agni Sar. This Agni Sar will clean up all the toxin in the auxiliary digestive organ like liver and spleen. Now, keeping the eyes closed, we will do one round of Brahmari. Keep the eyes closed after this because it activates the top five chakras. Make sure your ears are completely closed and you do it at your own place. One round of 8 Brahmari. We close our ears and eyes, and when we breathe in, we make the humming sound from the throat. Keeping the eyes closed, feel the vibration in the top five chakras while we wait for others to join. Keeping the eyes closed, feel the vibration in the top five chakras. This is a hormonal balances. It has no contraindication. It balances all the hormones in our body. It can be done anytime along with Anulom Vilom. Gently bring the palms together while keeping the eyes closed. Remember, palms have a healing energy and start rubbing them together. And you will feel the little heat generated between the palms. Bring that ball of energy on top of our eyes, face, and neck. Keeping the eyes closed, we bring the hands together second time. We start rubbing them. This time we make two cups on top of our eyes. Open and blink the eyes inside the palm. And looking at the palm, we move the palms away from our face in gratitude for whatever has been given to us. Then we join both the hands together, thumbs touching the heart chakra. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me on Brahma Muhurta. And I am very grateful. And I'm going to speak a few minutes about our brain wash. We talked about it. Some of you had mentioned to me that you have a memory loss, fog, ungroundedness, uncenteredness. So I'm subscribed to many scientific journals which talks about medical research on planet Earth, like MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and all. So this publication came this month. They have done this research not on human being, but on not on animals, but on human beings. So what they are saying is, this is a big study. I will try to write a summary of it and I will share this on a WhatsApp. But I thought it would be a good idea to share it as soon as I got my hands on onto this. It says that, our brain continuously does the work during the day like a machine, and then it cleans itself in the night. So when it is working during the day, it is working through the ganglions, which is running parallel to the spinal cord, and it is connected to the organ in the fight and flight syndrome, where there's a multiple connection to the heart, lungs, and it works with all the body parts because ganglions are connecting multiple uh, pathways to the organs, because if one failed the other is working, so there is always a connection. So that is called sympathetic systems. So during the time when we are in fight and flight, ganglion multiple connection to the body organs, and this is how we function. But then there is a lot of disposal in the cerebrospinal fluid, which is there in the head and upper half of the spine. So they call it CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. There's a lot of waste generated during the flight and flight system. So in the night, it is called parasympathetic system, where there is a one-on-one connection with the organ, not multiple pathways. Heart has one connection, lung has one connection and all through the ganglions. And there, they are trying to rest and rejuvenate the entire body. And there are ways for that. I will talk about it a little later. So what happened is all the waste of cerebrospinal fluid is cleaned out in multiple phases between the rapid eye movement sleep and deep sleep. I will repeat this. When we sleep, there are two types of sleeps generally there as far as physical body is concerned. One type of sleep is there where our eyes are rapidly moving. You can see that in your children. When they sleep, their eye movements are there rapid, and you can see their eye movement on top of the skin. And then there is a sleep movement in which there is no eye movements at all. So what this research is saying is between these two cycles, I think there are 40% time we sleep on an average plus minus. On maximum we sleep 40% with the rapid eye movements and plus minus 70% when we are in the deep sleep, and this percentage number can change and vary. Maximum is 40 and 70%. So every cycle, our CSF brain fluid is washed out all the impurities and whatever garbage is there through the blood systems connected to third ventricle and other part of the brain to the system, and blood filter it to the kidney. So these cycles are multiple cycles during the night, during the parasympathetic system, which is literally doing the brain wash wave. It goes like a wave from third ventricle all the way all down to the spine and multiple ways, back and forth, like an ocean ripple. It is cleaning and washing our brain. What happens when we do not have sleep as per circadian rhythm? So as per circadian rhythm, when we sleep late in the night or when we have a stress and worry and we are not having a deep sleep, this cleaning doesn't happen. But brain has a backup system. If this cleaning of parasympathetic system doesn't happen during the day, MIT research fellow have found out, then the brain start doing this cleaning as a mini cleaning during our sympathetic system. So during our wakeful time, suddenly we are sitting there and we see that we are just shutting down our system and doing a quick mini cleaning, mini brainwash cleaning during the day. And some of you have mentioned that, sometimes you have a memory loss, sometimes you have a little not that much focus or attention what you need at that time. In the meetings, we detour, we go away in our own some cycle, and then suddenly we realize that we have gone away. So those are called mini brain wash cycle, because brain has to keep cleaning the cerebrospinal fluid during the day, and that discovery that these attention lapses coincide with a wave of fluid washing through the brain, a process that usually happens during the sleep. Do you understand? Anybody has any question and ask me, so can I explain? It's a very big page research they have done it. I'm only giving you a summary. You understand, in the night in parasympathetic system, brain waves clean all the CSF fluid between those movements, and then if that is not done, it means there is a lot of impurities in the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid in the brain. So it does mini cleaning during the day. And in the mini cleaning, when it does, it shut down the system. It literally shut down the brain functioning system. And that is why suddenly we see we are doing something and suddenly the loss of memory, of loss of attention, of loss of, so it has nothing to do with the physical body. When we do this neck exercises and spine exercises, we are basically making sure that they are active. There's nothing is stuck inside the cerebrospinal fluid inside. Okay? Does it make sense? So that is why this mini cleaning happens during the day. And how do you fix it? In the same study, they have found out, I forgot the name of the medicine, which is called a sleep supplement. It starts with the A. I forgot the name of that. So they say when you take that sleep supplement, it basically impacts the brain wash in the night. Even though you are sleeping, but it is not letting it do brain wash waves multiple times in the CSF fluid. So they say that sleep medicine, they worked on that particular sleep aid medicine in this MIT research in January 2026, this month. They said that is ineffective in cleaning the brainwave. So they said the best way to do is try to match your sleep pattern with the circadian rhythm. Second, start shutting down your system in the evening, means away from the blue screen. That is one thing, that is why we also say that switch off your cell phone or keep the cell phone outside the bedroom, right? Second thing they say is keep the room temperature little colder, because our body, when it goes into the sleep mode in circadian rhythm, it start reducing its temperature to 66, 67, 68 degree Fahrenheit. It varies from person to person, but that's a general range. So it is better not to keep our room very hot. It should be slightly cold, 67, 68, that kind of degree Fahrenheit. And of course, I will share with you, there is a website which tells how to improve the sleep pattern. And that is the only way you can clean your cerebrospinal fluid. And if your cerebrospinal fluid brainwash happen properly in the parasympathetic system in the night, then in the daytime, you are always sharp, you are alert, and you will have no memory phases. There is no magic other than this.
So Sunny, I have a question, and I know you're going to send us the publication,
No,
but
ask me.
was it a pharmaceutical sleep aid, or are you talking about an herbal supplement that was impacting the way the system was washing?
Shannon, is a very good question. Even I had the same question, because what we do is we do many things in our practice. We give people suggestion to put sesame oil in the winter if you are a vata or kapha person, and mustard oil on the sole of the feet in the night and massage it, because all the meridians, all the reflexology points are there in our soul, which help us to shut down our brain system. We also tell the people to take a herbal tea, right? There are certain herbs based on vata, pitta and kapha, different people, prakriti and vikriti. We suggest herbal tea in the night, right? So I also had the same question. That is why I said that they have only talked about one type of pharmaceutical chemical. They have not talked about it. So I've sent an email to Bob Roth, which is the head of the Lynch Foundation, to clarify that question from the MIT team, because he's in touch with them. And that is how I got this information.
Okay.
So we, in transcendental meditation, we are not just the meditator who wants liberation. All the people in transcendental meditation, 99% of the teachers are either MDs or PhDs or double PhD, double MDs or MBBS in medical science. So all the things we are discussing in is how do we use the nervous systems to get into the meditations and feel the experience of liberation, different level of consciousness. So I will come back to you about the answer, but I will send the name of that medicine in which they have done. They have not taken other things. See, there are melatonin, there is other melatonin sleep supplements are there. I wanted to know what is the effect of that and what is the effect of herbal tea. But idea is sleep supplement, according to one medicine, doesn't help brain wave.
Okay. Yeah.
So brain washing has to have a natural cycle. One, in the sleeping during the rhythmic cycle means shutting down the lights by 8 p.m. onward to the lighter lights, going away from blue sleep, massaging the sole of the feet, having something warm, water or something, maybe reading the book to slowly shut down. And then brainwash, if that doesn't happen in the night, we have a loss of memory, we have a mini brainwash happening during the day because brain has to clean itself.
Yeah.
CSF has to clean itself. So it is doing mini brain cleaning. And that is the reason. Just you get the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is very important. That is why in Ayurveda, I remember when I was learning Ayurveda, when I started an Ayurvedic institute, they said the number one medicine in Ayurveda is proper sleep at circadian rhythm. That's the number one medicine.
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How do you find your correct circadian rhythm?
That is very true. And that is where I work with individual people. For example, in general, to answer the question in general, but it varies from person to person, right? In general, like for example, if you are a kapha dominant promoter, kapha means earth and water element dominant, then you need to sleep 9 to 10 hours. And there are certain time zones. There are organ time zone based on which organ or system is weak in that person, kapha person, the sleep time changes. Okay. So that is one kapha person. I'll give you three dimension. Second is if you are a pitta person, your sleep is little less than kapha person. And if you're a vata person, your sleep is low. You understand? So that is the one variable, vata, pitta, kapha. Vata means space and air element dominant person. Pitta means fire and water. And kapha is earth and water. Second thing, there are sleep organ times. Each organ has its time when it is maximum active and doing its work. I can share that also on the chat. So based on which organ of that person is not good or need extra attention, we adjust the time. Third, there is a cycles of times of the nature. It doesn't happen. Pitta is not summer only. Vata is not fall only. And kapha is not spring only. In the spring, kapha goes up. In fall, vata goes up. In summer, pitta goes up, right? It happens every day. Twice every day. Afternoon, 10 to 2 o'clock is pitta time. Right? And 6 to 10, 4 hours window is like that, vata time and kapha time. I will share that also in the chat, right? So you should definitely get up before 6 o'clock, even if you don't follow the circadian rhythm. Because once you go to the kapha time, 6 to 10, you will lazily sleep longer. That is why you see a lot of us, when we were in the party phase of our life, when we come back in the party, we will get up only at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Because now we have entered the kapha time, which means earth and water element is dominant. And believe me, in Ayurveda, everything is mathematics. Logically, I can explain with the 5 elements. Right? So that is why, but ideally speaking, we should get up with the seasonal adjustments. Because our body is very intelligent. As soon as the sunrise is happening, our body, each cell wakes up. Melatonin in mitochondria as well as hypothalamus start waking us up. If we are aware, if we are conscious, if we are sattvic, if we are tamasic, we will not have that feeling. But if we are sattvic, our body, every cell, mitochondria as well as hypothalamus start waking up in the morning. Millions of miles away, sun is coming up to the horizon and we sense it. And there's another study, European Journal of Medicine, it has been published. I read it, it was published several, I think 1 or 2 decades ago, this connection. So that is a circadian rhythm. So it has to be adjusted to the season when the sunrise and sunsets are happening. It has to be adjusted with vata, pitta, kapha time, body organ system. So there are multiple factors. That is where it is customized. But in general, did I answer your question, Jasji?
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely have more questions, but then probably it's for
No. Ask me. Please ask me. It'll benefit everybody.
So say if somebody wakes up at 6 hours and according to the recommendation it's gonna you say a pitta person needs to sleep 8 hours. Does that mean they try to go back to sleep or try to go
No,
back?
you don't go back to sleep.
Okay.
You make sure, because if you get up at 6, then you continue work. Don't take daily naps. Daily naps are very dangerous. You can have a power nap, which is meditation. See, you do Isha meditation. Srinivasji do heartfulness meditation. I do all meditation. Shananji does other meditation. So that meditation is a deep rest of your nervous system. In that, brainwash can happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do not take a break. You do meditation. Maybe you do 3 times meditation or 4 times when you have not slept. And you will feel brainwash will make you feel relaxed during the meditation. You might go back to sleep in the meditation, but it will be like you're in the sitting position, right? You're not lying down and sleeping, right? You will be getting up. You will become aware. And then in the night, you will feel sleepy earlier. Normally, if you're sleeping at 9 o'clock, that night you go back to bed at 8 o'clock. Next day, you go back to bed 7:45 and you recover the sleep in the night. That is how you recover. And your break point is every day morning, you are getting at 5 o'clock and joining 5:30 to 6. So this is the reset point. Morning getting up and coming to this session is a reset point. Does it make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
If anybody has to go, please go. I know people have work to do. We have done 17 minutes over our regular schedule. I hope this was useful.
I have to go. I have to be at work.
Thanks,
So
Amit.
thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Any more questions, Srinivasji or Jasji?
Good, sir. This is really nice.
Nice.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you, Srinivasji. Jasji, you will have few minutes, 10, 12 minutes after this, or you're busy?
No, I have time. In fact, I have some more question.
Oh, yeah, please ask me. Please ask me.
So basically, I sleep. My bedtime varies, right? Sometimes I go to bed 9:30, sometimes at 11. But I always wake up sometimes earlier than 5. I come up awake sometimes 3:30 also sometimes. Then it gets hard to go back to sleep.
Correct.
I'm also concerned about lack of sleep. So I try to force myself to sleep by lying in the bed. So when that happens, I'm there 2 hours in the bed. I'm not, falling into sleep. Sometimes even I get out, go do something, come back and take a nap after 6, like 6 to 7.
Okay.
So I don't know what is going on between this 3:30, between
Got it.
3:30 and 5:30. I keep waking up at different times.
Yeah. I will not ask you question because we are recording this, so I will be generic in nature, not specific to your case. Even though I know your case, but I will answer that generic terms. Okay. So you have followed certain spiritual practice which ask you to get up in the morning. And I know in Isha Kriya, there are certain routines you do early mornings. I know because I'm also practiced Isha for a long time. And to reset that thing, it takes time. And Sadhguruji also says that these particular routines are for those people who are totally, perfectly healthy and then become more healthier. But if you are struggling with the life challenges like late night work, India calls with our technical team or Philippine calls, it becomes a challenge. So what we do is there is a method in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a spiritual science. I will explain you later. So what happens is when we sit and meditate, if we go back to the unity field as we learned in transcendental meditation, we know which night we will have a technical crisis. We know. Or we know, depending upon the day's movement, this code will break, testing is failing, there are more defects. So we will have a call with the technical teams overseas to have this call. We know. 99% time we know. It is like a mother knows when her child is not well, even though child may be thousands of miles away from mother. That teleconnection is there when we are sattvic. That time in Ayurveda, it is recommended to switch from solid food to the liquid food. That night your dinner cannot be a solid food. It has to be a liquid food, either a fruit juice or a rice kanji or liquid khichdi or a soup.
Which night did you say? Sorry.
When you know that you're going to have a late night work or you'll not be able to sleep. Like in IT technical word means if you see a lot of codes are failing, it means in the night technical team is in Philippines or somewhere, we'll be having the code resolution call in the night, which means my sleeping pattern will disturb today.
Okay.
You consciously know. Believe me.
Okay.
If you come to my place, I will show you the books. I have books where they will show you these connections, neural network connections.
So why is light food in night helping with this particular
Okay.
problem? Yeah.
We need to digest our food to digest our sleep. If our food is still getting digested in our system, which means we will not have sleep. You try this in Punjab, where I was, grew up. We Punjabis, we eat dinner at 11 o'clock in the night. And you see, all the Punjabis are perpetual pregnant people, male and female, 16 months, 18 months, way past their delivery dates. And they get up late, and it is the root cause for almost all the diseases you'll see in Punjab. Punjabi people don't live longer. They have very short life. I've lost many of my cousins in their 50s. So food, if you've taken a light food, digestibility is good. And in the night when you feel hungry, you just sip of water. Do not eat anything in the night. Because the organ system, I'll show you. Pitta time between 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock is a pitta time in the night. If you way past the sleeping time between 10 o'clock, you will feel hungry. Now pitta needs food. You just drink warm water to wash out all the acid from your system, but don't eat. Otherwise, another eating cycle will start, which will disturb your sleeping pattern. So all these eating, breathing, sleepings are interconnected.
Okay. Do you think 6 hours sleep is enough for Pitta person?
Yes, provided if you feel little less rested in the morning, then instead of 2 meditation morning and evening, do 4 meditation. That will give you clean brain wash many times during the day, and you'll be fine.
Okay. When you say meditation, do you mean transcendental meditation?
You can do transcendental meditation, heartfulness meditation, or Isha meditation, or Brahma Kumari meditation, any meditation. Because any meditation, what we are doing is, we are going from outside to inside, right? We are closing our eyes and we are resting our body, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Whether we go into samadhi or not doesn't matter. Physically, we are resting.
Okay.
And that time, the brain wash, mini cleaning can happen.
Okay.
Because brain is intelligent. It is looking for that next round of mini brain wash cleaning of cerebrospinal fluid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing. I mean, MIT has written that this month they published, and I got so excited. I said, let me share it immediately with people I love. Sleep is number one medicine in Āyurveda that is known for thousands of years.
Yeah, sleep is something for me. Sometimes I've even consistently slept for 5 hours. That is something because of by sleeping late. Sleep is something I need to fix.
And my last suggestion I have for you and everybody who's listening to this is, if you have this challenge, it takes anywhere from 18 days to 235 days to change a habit. That's another study. Or humans. MIU has done it. So make sure that your sleep, to set this practice of not getting up proper sleep or getting up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, is maybe sleep in a quiet, dark place away from the family for a few days as a medical therapy for yourself. Make sure your room temperature is 67, 68. Don't get disturbed by anybody and don't have any phone in your room. Okay?
Usually I'm never disturbed if even if my kids and wives are sleeping next to me. If I sleep,
Sunil, I'm leaving. Sunil, kids woke up.
thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm saying make sure that you are in the temperature is colder.
Okay.
Colder to 65 or 64. That room, right? And make a quilt on top so that you are more cozy. Try some of these things. And there is a website which basically research on sleep. I will share that website link also. There are many ideas there.
Okay.
Huh? But I'm glad we discussed this topic because this is known to everybody, right? Everybody has a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop the recording. Then I have something for you. 1 second.